welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and press the bell so you can get notifications of my videos. And welcome actually to the first section of my series that I'm going to call Let's Talk Music. I'm going to kind of explain a little bit about what this is going to be, and then I'm going to go into my questions that I asked you guys online. And firstly, can I say I've had some amazing questions. Thank you so much. It's been brilliant. So yeah, sorry, I need to move the camera a little bit. My Let's Talk Music, and the name may change at some point, is basically going to be all about local music, local bands, local artists. I've got some interviews coming up. But my first segment is going to be me answering some questions about music that you guys have given to me, which has been amazing, so thank you. And it's just going to be a little series, and obviously, like, I have my cheerleading segments and I have my vlog segments on here, but this is something a little bit different. I'm really into music, especially like local bands and stuff, so I thought I'd just bring you guys the love of music. And if I put it into my own little series, then you can just click on the videos you want to watch. So yeah, let's kickstart Let's Talk Music with my own kind of like one-to-one interview to myself from questions from you guys. I have written them down because I couldn't remember them all. Bear with me whilst I read them because I am dyslexic. This is fun, but yeah. Check out my interviews coming to the channel soon. The holiday vlog is coming, but I'm having some like issues technology wise with it, so just bear with me, okay? But it is coming, I promise you. I'm going to get these questions answered today, and then we'll roll with it. So let's talk music, shall we? So the first question, like I said, I got some amazing questions, okay? Amazing questions. I want to big up the people that like sent these questions to me. Thank you. So the first question I got was, what is the first gig you ever went to? Okay, this is going to probably sound really sad, but it was Status Quo actually. I was quite young and I went with them with my dad. Do you know what though? My claim to fame is I saw Status Quo live, because as much as I was like young when I saw Status Quo, like, it's actually quite a big thing to say that I saw Status Quo. But yeah, it was Status Quo. I don't know. And then after that, my first ever gig, like on my own without parents and stuff, was McFly. Okay. I haven't actually been to that many live gigs that they have been like actual known bands. I've been to a lot of local gigs, a lot of local festival-y things, because that's the kind of stuff I like. But yeah, my first ever gig was Status Quo. There you go, answer it. Did you ever go to a gig not knowing the artist and then they ended up being on your playlist from that day on? This is a bit of a weird question because technically no, like I went to the gig, but yes. So I've been to gigs where I've been to see the main act, for example, and yeah, and I've not known the support acts and they've been amazing. So my most recent one, which was actually a couple of years ago, would have been to go see Regional 1. Check those guys out, they're amazing. I will be interviewing them soon actually. So they were the main, and the support act was a band called Capulus, which are doing amazing at the moment actually. Again, another local band though. And they now are on my Spotify playlist. I do believe they've got an EP coming out, but I'm not gonna, like, I could be wrong, so do not quote me on that. They're doing really well. They're one of my like top favourite bands at the moment on my Spotify. So yeah, so yes but no. Like, I didn't deliberately go to see Capulus. I went to see Regional 1, but Capulus were awesome and they are now on my Spotify playlist. What's been your favourite gig? Okay, I don't know how to answer this one. I thought about this when I read this. I was like, I don't know. This is going to sound really sad, but it was probably, I went to like this, it used to be like a little youth festival in my local area, and it was just local like young bands. It was like a couple of my friends were in bands that were playing at the time, but it was probably one of my favourite gigs. Like, it was just chilled out like a little festival. It was great fun. I just chilled out, got my face painted, had a burger, listened to some music, and it was just like a nice little vibe. I generally feel like if you want to put like a festival into a gig category, that was my favourite. So far. Top 3 local bands / artists. Oh my god, this is really hard. So I really, when someone gave this to me, I was like, oh, I really don't know. I only have like, I'm gonna say I had 2. Regional one, of course, for those of you who follow me on Instagram, go big them up. I will put them in my description down below, where you can find them and stuff. Absolutely my number one. That's my first one. And then again, Capulus, like I said, they're on my Spotify playlist now. There are some others that I'd be like, yeah, they're good. But to be honest, it sounds really bad, but I've been to gigs where I've heard a local band and I've been like, they're really good, but I don't know the name of them. I'm like, I've forgotten the name of this band, which is really bad. But yeah, there are probably others. So yeah, top 3 was really hard. Sorry. Favourite band. Okay, so I don't have a favourite band, and I'm guessing you guys are talking about like just in general, not just local. But I have favourite artists, and they would be Frank Turner and Ed Sheeran. Absolutely love Ed Sheeran, absolutely love Frank Turner. It's really funny because they're probably quite different genres of music. But yeah, so if we were going for that, I'd go, like, if I was to go for my Spotify and be like, these are the guys I want to listen to. I actually have a playlist on my Spotify that is just Frank Turner and Ed Sheeran songs. So that, yeah, I don't really have a favourite band though. Or do I? I mean, if I had to pick, it'd be, I don't know. I'm going to go quite old school and say Green Day or Paramore. And I know that's not like massively old school, but you know what I mean. I'm not into like heavy. I'm like punk pop. Like, so yeah, I like heavier stuff, but not all the time. So there we go. Is there a gig you've always wanted to go to but not made it to yet? Ed Sheeran. Just straight out, like, Ed Sheeran, hands down. Always wanted to see him live. And Frank Turner, actually, off the bat, we'll roll with that. Yeah, but like, if I had to pick one, it'd be Ed Sheeran. But yeah. Have you ever been to a gig and been let down by the performance? Do you know what? No, I haven't. And I mean, I know that some people have, but I genuinely haven't been to as many live gigs as I'd have liked to, purely money reasons. So no, and I think that's the reason. It's because I haven't actually seen as much live as I wanted to. I do love a live gig. Most of the gigs I've been to have been local, purely because, and it sounds bad, but because they're cheaper than like going to see like a established band. And it's a really good night. Like, it's my favourite thing to do. Like, you get to know people, you chat to people. I've never been to a local gig with a friend. I've always gone on my own, straight to the bar, get a drink, chatting to people, and I love it because the community in local music is great. It's great fun. Love it. Have you ever been to a gig, didn't really expect much from out of it, but really surprised you? And if so, why? Again, this question's really hard. I don't want to look like I'm being biased, but yes. Okay, I'm not being biased at all, because obviously you guys know I'm a Regional 1 fan, but the latest gig that I went to at the old fire station, and this isn't because it's Regional 1 at all. This is because I didn't expect much from it because it was just after COVID. It was a sit-down gig. I wasn't expecting it to be like great, but the atmosphere in that room that night was epic. Like, you know, because it was a COVID restriction gig, you had to sit down. You couldn't get up and dance. You couldn't really sing. Like, there wasn't much. It wasn't like a gig. So that's my reason for that. It was epic. The band that The band that Regional 1 was supporting as well, I am not going to say their name because I cannot pronounce it for the life of me, but again, I'll put their socials down there. And I will say it wrong because I am dyslexic, so I will read it wrong, but I'll put their socials down there. Were epic as well, and I'd never heard of them before in my life. And they were so good, and they brought the vibes and they brought the energy, and it was great. I had the best time. So yeah, for that reason, I didn't. It's not because I didn't expect the music to be good. It's because I was like, oh my god, we have to sit down. We can't get up. Can't dance. I'm normally there like crazy, you know. So yeah, for that. Do I play an instrument or sing? This is fun. So technically, yes, I sing. I am not like I wouldn't be able to sing in a band. Funny you asked me for singing. So for those of you who don't know, used to study performing arts. So I've had to learn to sing. You have to learn to sing. It's just part of the course. You've had to sing. You have to sing individually. You have to be able to sing in a group. I also used to be in a school choir, which is absolutely crazy. So yeah, I do sort of sing, but definitely completely different genre of music to what I listen to. And I play drums. Now, the drum thing has been on and off for me since I was about 12. I started playing drums at 12. I stopped, then started playing again, then stopped and started playing again. So I am not that good. I would never be like, I'm an amazing drummer, but I play drums and I love it. Absolutely love it. And if I could afford a drum kit in here, I would have one, you know? I had to get out to rehearsal spaces to play drums because I can't really afford a drum kit. Or, do you know what is a good drum kit? One of these. Pillows. They work. They work when you don't have money. Pans, pillows, anything you can tap with your drumsticks, even just to get the beat, like, go for it. Okay, that would be my top tip for drummers out there that are starting the drums and do not have a drum kit. These things are great because you can kind of set them out like a mini drum kit on the floor and they don't make noise. Hey, and it works, you know, it works when you're just starting out and you're just wanting to learn like the simple like 1 and 2 and just like getting that like rhythm going. Yeah, like just tapping your legs. I sit there and like, I think this is a drummer thing, and I will sit like I'm on the drums and my foot will tap like I'm kicking like the kick drum, the bass drum. Like it's ingrained in your body, but like tapping, like just go with it, drummers. But yeah, so play drums and I do kind of sing. Am I in a band myself? I am not. I feel like I would like to be one day. Like that would be a goal, wouldn't it? I don't think I'm that passionate enough to be in a band that was really serious, but like it'd be cool to jam with a band or something at some point. Like I'd love to just jam with a band just for fun. Obviously some people really out there to like make it in the music industry, and I respect those kind of people. I love music, I love local music, but I'm not passionate enough to be in a band that's serious. But like, I would love to be in a band just for a bit of fun, you know? Why not? I would love to play a gig live on drums. Absolutely, that would be a goal. Even if it's just like one gig, one song. That would be cool. So yeah, next question. What music, if anything, would be your biggest go-to? I don't really understand what you mean by that question. I'm not gonna lie. Like, do you mean like what? If you mean like what would I listen to? I don't. That depends on my mood. Yeah, so I do actually like some stuff that's in the charts or mainstream. I also like Green Day, Paramore, Frank Turner, Ed Sheeran. Like my music genre is all over the place. So I don't know how to answer that question, and I'm guessing that's what you mean. I tried to answer it. How old was you when you became interested in the music, and why? Okay, so this is a funny story. Like I explained earlier, I wasn't really interested in music to start with. I was a performing arts student. I was a drama student. I did stagecoach. And it all came from that. It came from like wanting to perform on stage. It came from acting, which is a really weird place for it to start. But it did. It came from being an actress, like, and I do class myself as an actress because although I'm not working in the acting industry, if an acting job came up, I would be like, yeah, goals. It came from learning to act, and with that I had to learn to sing, and I'm not a good singer, but I joined from a school choir. Because singing in a group made me more confident. Singing in a group, I sing better, and people can pick my voice out and be like, oh, she's amazing. But if you was to put me on stage and give me a microphone, I would freeze and wouldn't be able to sing. It's a confidence thing. So I joined my school choir because I'm in a group, all great, fun and games. And then I did music at school and decided I wanted to learn to play the drums. So I did music GCSE. And the reason I did music GCSE was purely because it was music GCSE or dance. And for those of you, again, who would know me, I'm a dancer, partly. I'm a cheerleader. Dance probably would have been the better option because I failed music GCSE. But I went with music GCSE purely at the time for the teacher. I preferred the music teacher to the dance teacher, which is a really bad way to decide your GCSE, guys. Don't do it like that. But that's the way I went. And I did drama alongside. So yeah, for me, it was going along the acting route, learning musical theatre, learning that I had to learn to sing, because obviously if I wanted to be in a musical, I need to know how to sing technically. And then I discovered the drums and discovered I'm better at the drums than I am singing. Discovered the love I have for drumming. I am nowhere near a really good drummer. I love it though. I absolutely love being behind a kit. I love playing. Like, you can't take that love out of a drummer. Like, it's ingrained. Like, it's ingrained in me that as soon as I'm behind a kit, I'm like going for it. Even if I'm playing something absolutely shit, not in time, and I'm just banging the drums sounding rubbish, it's my outlet. So my other obviously outlet is cheerleading, but like my main actual outlet, which people don't know, is drumming. And people don't know that about me because I don't openly go, I'm a drummer, because I wouldn't say I'm a drummer in the sense of I could play a song. I mean, maybe I could if I tried, but I love to drum. I'm always drumming. In my head, when I'm listening to music, I'm listening to the drum beat more than I am any other instrument. And I discovered that I was doing that when I was learning to sing, which is a weird thing, and started learning to play drums, and then became absolutely obsessed with the music industry. And yeah, so my main ultimate goal would be to manage a band, to tech a band, to do something on the outside of playing a gig. I you know, like on the outside of music, so like music business wise. Yeah, and I just discovered through acting and through learning musical theatre that I love music, which is a real strange one. And I always thought I would be musical theatre, performing arts, nothing else. And I couldn't tell you at what point it changed, because I still went to college and I still did performing arts and I still did dance and I still did all that kind of stuff. But I can't tell you at what point it switched in my brain, where it was like, I just want to drum. I don't want to sing anymore. I can't. It's a really difficult one to explain. But like yeah, it's probably a really unique way of getting into the music industry and finding that love for music. And I have a love for music playing, and I have a love for music watching, and I have a love for bands that have passion and determination and like are just there in the moment. But yeah, so that's the answers to those questions. I just wanted to go on and say I've got some brilliant things on this series that I'm calling Let's Call Music coming up. So I've got some interviews with some amazing bands, like local bands. So we're going to kickstart those interviews with Regional One. Again, I'll put their socials below and I'm going to write a little thing about them. We're then going to go on. I've got a lovely artist, a solo artist, coming to be interviewed, called James. Absolutely talented. He is being interviewed soon, like in the next couple of weeks. I'm hoping to get like things a bit all over the place, but yeah. We also have Beginner's Luck They are another like cool little funky local band. Again, I will put their socials on the bottom. We also had that band that I cannot pronounce coming up on this channel. I am so sorry, guys. I can't pronounce your name. I am so dyslexic. It's so bad. But I will put them in the description. So we have some real awesome bands coming up for interviews. Fingers crossed we could have Capulus on here as well, which would be amazing. Again, though, I will put Capulus in the description. Go check them out. These are a few bands that I was saying, go check them out, go listen to their music. They're doing some great stuff. And if you guys want an interview, go hit me on my socials. My Instagram link will be below, TikTok, whatever, however you want to get hold of me. Go check me out. Go send me a message. We'll get you on here. We'll get chatting. Solo artist, band, whatever. I will interview you. So yeah, we've got some exciting stuff coming up, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notifications, and I'll see you next time.